Have you ever dreamed of a land where vast golden savannas stretch to meet the horizon? Where ancient tribes maintain traditions dating back centuries, and where the world's most magnificent wildlife roams free? Kenya is that dream come alive. A mosaic of breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cultures, and unforgettable wildlife encounters that will stay etched in your memory long after you've returned home. Welcome to Wondersphere, where today we're exploring the wonders of Kenya in stunning 4K. I'll be revealing fascinating facts about this remarkable nation before guiding you through its most extraordinary destinations. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end. Where we'll uncover a hidden paradise that combines pristine beaches, vibrant marine life, and a cultural richness few places on Earth can match. Cover a hidden paradise that combines pristine beaches, vibrant marine life, and a cultural richness few places on Earth can match. Which of these is not true about Kenya? A. It's home to the world-famous Maasai Mara National Reserve. B. Mount Kenya is the highest mountain in Africa. C. It has over 40 distinct ethnic groups with unique cultures. D. It's considered one of the cradles of mankind. Give your answer in the comments below. Pause the video to think about it. Hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments which Kenyan destination ignites your spirit of adventure the most. Our journey begins in Mombasa, Kenya's oldest and second-largest city, where the scent of spices mingles with the salty breeze of the Indian Ocean. This coastal gem bears witness to centuries of cultural exchange, its strategic harbor having welcomed Arab dhows, Portuguese caravels, and British steamships. The city's skyline blends minarets and palm trees with colonial architecture, creating a visual testament to its multi-layered history. Mombasa's Old Town features intricately carved wooden doors that tell the story of the family living behind them. The number of spikes on door frames traditionally indicated the owner's wealth. As you wander through Mombasa's labyrinthine streets, what would capture your imagination more? The centuries-old architecture or the vibrant markets where vendors sell everything from fresh seafood to handcrafted treasures. From coastal charm, we journey inland to the world-famous Maasai Mara National Reserve. A place where nature's grandest spectacle unfolds across endless plains. This northern extension of Tanzania's Serengeti forms the stage for the Great Migration, where over 1.5 million wildebeest make their annual circular journey in search of greener pastures. The drama reaches its peak between July and October, when massive herds brave crocodile-infested waters to cross the Mara River. The Maasai Mara's name comes from the Maasai people's description of how the grasslands appear when viewed from afar. Mara, meaning spotted in the Ma language, perfectly captures how the scattered acacia trees create a speckled pattern across the savanna. Would you rather witness a pride of lions on an early morning hunt? Or experience the thundering sound of thousands of hooves during the Great Migration? Our next destination takes us to the heart of the Great Rift Valley, where Lake Elementaita shimmers like a pastel mirage beneath the African sun. This shallow, alkaline lake transforms into a living canvas of pink as millions of lesser and greater flamingos gather to feast on the lake's abundant blue-green algae. The surrounding landscape tells a geological story millions of years in the making. Dramatic cliffs and extinct volcanoes frame the lake, while natural hot springs bubble along its shores. Lake Elementaita's waters contain unique combinations of minerals that create the perfect environment for specialized microorganisms that exist nowhere else on Earth, supporting over 450 bird species. Would you be more drawn to photographing the surreal landscapes with their volcanic backdrops? Or observing the intricate social behaviors of the flamingo colonies? At the heart of Kenya lies its vibrant capital, Nairobi. A city of contrasts where urban sophistication meets wild nature. Founded just over a century ago as a railway depot, Nairobi has evolved into East Africa's most cosmopolitan hub. blending skyscrapers with colorful markets. What makes this city truly unique is Nairobi National Park. The only protected wildlife area in the world located within a capital city's boundaries. Here, lions roam and giraffes stretch their necks against a backdrop of city skyscrapers. Nairobi's name comes from the Maasai phrase, "Enkare Nairobi," which means place of cool waters, referring to the river that flows through the city. Would you prefer diving into its culinary scene, where traditional Kenyan dishes meet international influences? Or visiting the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, where orphaned elephant calves are raised by dedicated keepers? Rising majestically from central Kenya's highlands, Aberdare National Park transports visitors to a misty, mysterious realm where dense forests cloak mountain slopes and waterfalls cascade down deep ravines. This enchanted landscape, ranging from 7,000 to 14,000 feet above sea level, represents a dramatic departure from Kenya's more famous savannas. The Aberdare's diverse habitats support uniquely adapted wildlife, including rare species like the bongo antelope and the melanistic black panthers. The park's most storied accommodation, Treetops Lodge, earned its place in history. When Princess Elizabeth stayed there in February 1952, climbing its branches as a princess, and descending the following morning as Queen of England after her father passed away during the night. Would you find greater wonder in tracking elusive forest elephants along misty mountain trails, or in standing beside one of the park's spectacular waterfalls? Along Kenya's southern coast stretches a paradise that rivals the world's most celebrated tropical destinations, Diani Beach, where powder white sands meet the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean beneath swaying palm fronds. This 17-kilometer stretch of pristine coastline has consistently been voted among Africa's best beaches. Yet somehow maintains a sense of tranquility. Offshore, a vibrant coral reef system teems with marine life, creating a kaleidoscopic underwater world where over 400 fish species dart among colorful coral formations. Diani Beach is home to Kenya's rare colobus monkeys, striking black and white primates that perform spectacular leaps between trees. Local conservation efforts have established dedicated colobus bridges, rope structures that help these endangered primates safely cross roads that fragment their forest habitat. Would you be more tempted by a dhow sailing adventure to explore hidden coves? Or by the chance to kite surf on the consistent trade winds that have made Diani a mecca for this exhilarating sport? Nestled on the northeastern slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, the frontier town of Loitokitok offers one of Kenya's most dramatic settings, where cultivated farmlands give way to wild savanna against the backdrop of Africa's highest peak. Despite being in Kenya, this border region grants visitors the most spectacular views of Tanzania's Mount Kilimanjaro. Especially at dawn, when the first light bathes its iconic snow-capped summit in gold. The area serves as a vital wildlife corridor, allowing elephants and other animals to follow ancient migration routes between Amboseli National Park and the Kilimanjaro foothills. Loitokitok sits at the convergence of several Maasai clan territories and has historically been a significant meeting place for this semi-nomadic people, who hold important ceremonies here, including age-set rituals that mark major life transitions. Would you be more interested in hiking the lower slopes of Kilimanjaro through montane forest filled with birds and monkeys? Or sitting with Maasai elders to learn about their traditional knowledge of plants and animals? In northern Kenya's semi-arid wilderness lies Samburu National Reserve, a rugged savanna where the life-giving Ewaso Ngiro River creates a lush ribbon of green through an otherwise harsh landscape. This less visited gem offers an authentic safari experience where unique wildlife adaptations reveal nature's incredible resilience. Here you'll encounter the Samburu Special 5, reticulated giraffe, Gravy's zebra, Somali ostrich, Gerenuk, and Besa oryx, species specially adapted to this arid region and found nowhere else in Kenya. Samburu National Reserve rose to international fame through the groundbreaking research of George and Joy Adamson, who raised and released the lioness Elsa back into the wild here, a story immortalized in the book and film Born Free. Would you find more intrigue in watching elephants dig for water in dry riverbeds using techniques passed down through generations? Or learning how the Samburu people identify medicinal plants that help them thrive in this demanding environment? Hidden in the Great Rift Valley lies Lake Bogoria, a shimmering alkaline water body that offers one of Kenya's most surreal landscapes. Steam rises mystically from over 200 geysers and hot springs that punctuate the lake shore, creating an otherworldly atmosphere where scalding water shoots up to 16 feet into the air. The lake's mineral-rich waters create perfect conditions for blooms of cyanobacteria, which in turn attract one of the world's largest concentrations of lesser flamingos. Over 1 million birds can gather here, transforming the lake into a living pink masterpiece. Lake Bogoria's geothermal features are so powerful that locals sometimes use the hot springs for cooking. Carefully placing pots of food in specific spots where the temperature is ideal, nature's own slow cooker. What would fascinate you more? Photographing the explosive geysers against the backdrop of pink flamingo flocks? Or soaking your feet in one of the safe, cooler hot springs while watching the sun set over this geothermal wonderland? Stretching from the slopes of Mount Kenya to the edge of the Great Rift Valley, Laikipia Plateau represents one of Africa's most exciting conservation success stories. A vast mosaic of community conservancies, private ranches, and public lands that together protect a wilderness larger than Yellowstone National Park. Once dominated by cattle ranches, this region has been transformed into a pioneering model of conservation. Where wildlife, livestock, and people coexist in remarkable harmony. Laikipia hosts Kenya's second highest concentration of wildlife, including endangered species like black rhino, Gravy's zebra, and wild dog. Laikipia has become the center of conservation technology in Africa, where researchers develop cutting-edge solutions like GPS tracking for endangered species, camera trap networks monitored by artificial intelligence, and the world's first conservation drones that help protect wildlife from poaching threats. Would you prefer staying at one of the unique eco-lodges built to blend perfectly with their surroundings? Or joining a walking safari led by local community members who are now conservation's frontline guardians? Nestled on Kenya's northern coast, Watamu is where pristine beaches meet vibrant coral gardens in a perfect harmony of natural wonders. Its name means "sweet people" in Swahili, reflecting the warmth of the local community. The protected waters of Watamu Marine National Park embrace one of East Africa's finest coral reefs. Where over 600 fish species, 110 varieties of stony coral, and countless invertebrates create an underwater spectacle of color and movement. Above the waterline, Mita Creek's mangrove forests form a critical ecosystem where twisted aerial roots create nurseries for marine life and habitat for rare birds. Watamu Beach is one of the most important turtle nesting sites in the Indian Ocean, hosting 3 endangered species: green, hawksbill, and olive ridley turtles. Local conservation initiative Watamu Turtle Watch has protected over 1,000 nests and successfully released more than 90,000 hatchlings in recent years. Would you find more joy in drifting over colorful coral gardens while snorkeling in crystal clear waters? Or in the rare privilege of witnessing tiny turtle hatchlings making their perilous first journey from nest to sea at sunset? Rising dramatically from the surrounding plains between Tsavo East and West National Parks, the mist-shrouded Taita Hills form a green archipelago of forest islands in the sky. These ancient crystalline mountains, part of the Eastern Arc Range that began forming over 100 million years ago, host remarkable biodiversity in their isolated cloud forests. The hill's isolation has created perfect conditions for evolution to work its magic, resulting in numerous endemic species found nowhere else on Earth, including the critically endangered Taita thrush and Taita apalis birds. Scientists have recently discovered that the Taita Hills fragmented forests are home to an astounding number of previously unknown species, particularly among insects and plants. One remarkable find was a spider that builds its web across flowing streams and can dive underwater for up to 30 minutes to hunt aquatic prey, an entirely new behavior never before documented. Would you be more captivated by the panoramic views extending across the vast plains to Mount Kilimanjaro on clear days? Or by searching for tiny endemic creatures that have evolved in isolation for millions of years? In the heart of the Great Rift Valley sprawls Lake Naivasha, a freshwater oasis whose name appropriately means rough water in the Maasai language, a reference to the sudden storms that can transform its surface from mirror calm to choppy wavelets in minutes. Unlike Kenya's alkaline lakes, Naivasha's fresh waters support lush aquatic vegetation and papyrus fringes that create habitat for one of Africa's most diverse bird populations, with over 400 species recorded. Hippos grunt and snort as they emerge at dusk to graze on the grassy shores, while fish eagles call hauntingly from tall acacia trees that dot the lakeshore. Lake Naivasha has a fascinating history tied to Kenya's colonial period, when the area surrounding the lake became known as Happy Valley and was home to an eccentric community of British aristocrats and adventurers whose wild parties and scandalous lifestyles inspired books and films. Would you prefer a boat trip to Crescent Island, a partially submerged volcanic crater, where you can walk among giraffes and zebras without predators present? Or a cycling adventure through Hell's Gate National Park, where towering cliffs and geothermal features inspired landscapes in Disney's The Lion King? Just an hour's drive from Nairobi lies one of Kenya's most spectacular, yet often overlooked natural wonders. 14 Falls, where the Athi River cascades over a series of distinct rocky ledges, creating a curtain of water nearly 90 feet wide. Named for the 14 separate cascades formed by volcanic rock formations, This impressive waterfall system creates a mesmerizing display of nature's power as billions of gallons of water thunder downward. Throwing mist into the air that often creates rainbows on sunny days. "14 Falls hold significant cultural importance to surrounding communities, who consider it a sacred site where important ceremonies and rituals are performed. Local tradition maintains that the falls possess healing properties, and people travel from across the region to collect water believed to bring blessings and cure ailments. Would you be more excited to take a guided boat ride to the base of the falls, where you can feel the full force of nature's power, or to explore the surrounding cliffs, where expert cliff divers sometimes demonstrate their courage by plunging into specific deep pools below? As our journey through Kenya's most extraordinary destinations comes to a close, I hope you've felt the magic that makes this country a place like no other on Earth. From the wildlife spectacles of the Maasai Mara to the pristine beaches of Diani and Watamu, from the bustling energy of Nairobi to the misty forests of the Aberdares. Kenya offers experiences that speak to something deep within the human spirit. Our connection to wild places, ancient cultures, and the rhythms of nature untamed. Whether you're dreaming of your first African adventure or planning a return to explore more deeply, Kenya welcomes you with open arms and endless wonders waiting to be discovered. Each destination we've explored today tells part of a larger story. One of geological forces shaping landscapes over millions of years. Of diverse cultures evolving unique ways of life, and of wildlife finding remarkable ways to thrive. Thank you for journeying with me through this remarkable country. If you've enjoyed this exploration of Kenya's treasures, please hit that like button and subscribe to Wondersphere for more adventures that will transport you to the world's most extraordinary places. Next week, we'll be diving into the hidden secrets of the Amazon rainforest, where ancient trees harbor undiscovered species. And indigenous knowledge holds the key to our future. Until then, share in the comments which Kenyan destination captured your imagination most powerfully. This is Wondersphere, celebrating our magnificent planet, one destination at a time.